If I said the phrase day trip, what comes to mind? Boston, Western Mass, perhaps? What about here, specifically in the towns of Watertown, Newton, Needham, and Wellesley? You might be surprised to learn there is a lot to discover and enjoy in our communities. I'm Maxim from the Charles River Regional Chamber, inviting you to join me on what some might consider an unconventional day trip. We're even doing it in an unconventional way upstream. First stop, Watertown. In the past 5 years, Watertown has seen an explosion in the life science industry. And with more people working here, we've seen an explosion of culinary and shopping destinations as well. That brings us here, to Arsenal Yards and the home of buttermilk and bourbon.
Buttermilk and Bourbon is one of those places where everybody loves fried chicken. We do a ton of fried chicken. The biscuits here are so good that you eat a biscuit and you literally will go home and cry yourself to sleep. So food is phenomenal, the drinks are phenomenal, Arsenal Yards is phenomenal.
Here you have scenic walks on the Charles, America's first school for the blind. Winslow Homer, Longfellow, and Isabella Stewart Gardner are buried here. It's also a phenomenal location for outdoor lovers. Now on to Newton, the Garden City, where there's lots to explore in the city's unique 13 villages. And I definitely recommend visiting an old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Cabot's.
We have a big food menu and a big ice cream menu. And we make homemade ice cream cakes and pies, and everything we do is first class. Everything in life changes too quickly, too much, too often, I think. And this is one thing that they can always count on, things being the same.
There are other ways to cool off in Newton. Rent a canoe or a kayak right next to the Marriott and right smack in the middle of the Lakes District of the Charles River. For an even more gorgeous view of the Charles, head to Echo Bridge and the trails of the Hemlock Gorge. With the waterfall and the tree-lined path and the Echo Bridge, hello, you'll forget you're just a few miles away from Boston. Now, let's cross over the river to Needham for a visit to Volante Farms.
So it's very much a working farm just outside of Boston. There's something here for the whole family. We see a lot of families coming in here grabbing a cider donut and walking around the greenhouse and just kind of getting excited for whatever season might be happening at that time.
And just a 3-minute drive will take you from the farm to downtown Needham. Here you'll find a perfect blend of restaurants, gift shops, and places just to sit and enjoy. As we pull into our last stop, Wellesley, we are immediately greeted by one of America's premier colleges, Babson. And just down the road is the prestigious all-women's institution, Wellesley College. Beyond higher ed, you'll find a very walkable downtown with great shops and restaurants. It's also perfect for sightseeing on your bike, just ask Hannah Houston of Papa Willie's.
Well, Wellesley in general is a beautiful town. Just driving around, walking around, riding around, it's like an explosion of color. I think coming to Papa Willie's, you get to experience Wellesley in a different way. You get to be on a bike, you get to see way more of the town, way more of the area than you might on foot or even in a car.
And a perfect use for that rental is to travel to Elm Bank Reservation, where we once again can connect to the Charles. Elm Bank is home to the Massachusetts Horticultural Society's majestic gardens. From the grand to the whimsical, along with one of the nicest wooded walks along our favorite river. So there you have it, just a few of my favorite places to visit in Watertown, Newton, Needham, and Wellesley. And there's so many more suggestions. Visit us at charlesriverchamber.com to build your dream day trip up to Charles.